What if I told you that while everyone thought Kendrick Lamar was quietly working on his next album, he was actually building an underground movement that's shaking the very core of the music industry? Because now, multiple sources are confirming that Kendrick has been funding, organizing, and training a secret collective in Compton, not just to change hip-hop, but to burn the system down. We're talking private meetings in locked warehouses, blacked-out vans pulling up at 2 a.m., and insiders calling it the most dangerous artistic rebellion since NWA. And here's the twist. Record labels knew it was coming, and they tried to shut it down now. The streets are whispering, the internet is exploding, and Kendrick's silence. It's about to be very, very loud, because what just happened in Compton has top executives trembling and rappers picking sides. And the most shocking part, this whole thing might have been 20 years in the making. Stay locked in, because we're about to expose everything. And by the time we're done, you'll never look at Kendrick Lamar the same again. Before the Grammys, before To Pimp a Butterfly, before Pulitzer, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was a quiet observer watching his block, his people and his culture get chewed up and sold back to them by record labels in suits. They said he made it, but Kendrick saw something darker, because even with all his success, Compton stayed broken. The streets never changed, the pain never left. The system still rigged. And Kendrick? He started asking questions nobody in hip-hop wanted to hear. Who's really benefiting from our struggle? What if rap is just the leash they gave us to feel free? That's when the whispers began. Insiders now say as early as 2017. Kendrick started putting together what's now being called the Renaissance Project. Not an album, not a tour, a takeover. The coded Mia T and Jess, he called together a handful of Compton artists, activists, and old-school OGs. Not the flashy type, not the clout chasers, but the ones who had been silenced. The ones who'd been banned from the industry for saying too much. They met in an old studio Kendrick secretly bought in 2016. Under a shell company, no phones allowed, all recordings destroyed. But one ex-employee leaked a note scribbled on a torn envelope. Revolution will be televised, but produced independently. Every meeting ended with a single line. No more deals. No more begging. No more bet ciphers. We build our own. The money TREL by 2019. Kendrick quietly started pulling out of major sponsorships. Turned down $4 million. Nike collabed, dropped out of major Grammy push, refused a deal from Universal that would have paid him $20 million for 3 albums. Why? Because insiders now say he was redirecting funds into schools, into street organizers, into a digital infrastructure no label could control. And the proof? Someone just leaked an internal invoice titled Project Sankofa, Block 5, secured. Server payment -1 2020th the payment. $1.2 million to a black-owned tech firm that specializes in encrypted, artist-owned platforms. He wasn't just talking revolution. He was building one. The clues were always THRER. Reddit sleuths have been replaying Kendrick's videos and finding things we all missed. In Element. The wall behind him has graffiti that reads, OG means own generation. In DNA. There's a one-frame flash of a blueprint. It's not random. Fans froze it and compared it to Compton City District zoning. It's a real redevelopment plan Kendrick was trying to buy into. He was trying to take back the city. Not just spiritually, but legally, financially, and politically. And nobody noticed. Until now. The breaking Pow-on-T, then came 22 to Top Dog. Entertainment and Kendrick officially parted ways. Everyone thought it was just career evolution. But now, insiders claim it was a full-blown internal war. A leaked group text from someone inside the label reportedly reads, Kendrick's done with all of us. Said he's not a rapper anymore. Said he's a soldier. said we either join the war or get out of the way. The revolution was no longer an idea. It had begun. Industry WARNANG's word spread fast by 2023. Record labels started blacklisting. Certain names tied to Kendrick's crew. One producer who spoke anonymously said, "I was told straight up, if you're working with anyone from the Renaissance Project, you're off the roster." One exec said, "We're not letting Compton become the next Detroit." What does that mean? Nobody knows. But the fear was real suddenly. Kendrick wasn't being booked. He wasn't being mentioned. He wasn't even being invited. But Compton was. Glowing Dot, a new studio opened in the middle of the hood. Free classes for kids. No label logos. A sign above the door simply read, "Section 80 lives here." Everything was leading to THISO. Why is it all blowing up now? Because Kendrick's team just launched something that nitrogen monoxide. One expected, and it's already causing mass panic behind the scenes. Sources say it's bigger than Spotify, more dangerous than Bandcamp, and specifically designed to make labels obsolete. They say top rappers are already involved. One of them, J. Cole. But the most disturbing part? Some claim Kendrick's already been warned, and what's coming next might be the last straw. The Compton drop goes Levino. Warning, no rollout. No promo. On a random Wednesday at 3:33 p.m., a live stream quietly went live on a barebones black website, URL, rebirthofsection80.org. At first, it was just static. Then a flicker, a spotlight, a pulpit, and there stood Kendrick Lamar, dressed in all black. No chains, no audience. Just a microphone and a table filled with folders, hard drives, and documents marked confidential. The caption under the stream, "Welcome to the blackout." And the first words out of Kendrick's mouth, "This ain't rap no more. This is repossession." The blackout press conference. What followed was a 38-minute address that has now been dubbed the Compton Manifesto. In it, Kendrick directly called out Universal Music Group, Spotify Live, Nation and 3 unnamed rappers he called masquerading as moguls. But he didn't just speak, he showed receipts. "This is a licensing deal from 2018. I made $6 million. The label made $94 million. And they said I was lucky." He slammed a USB onto the table. This is footage of a closed-door meeting where execs discussed profiting off police brutality albums. I was in that room. Another folder. This is proof that major streaming platforms slow throttle black independence campaigns. You ever wonder why certain songs get buried? It's not random. It's policy. And then he paused, looked straight into the lens. If you're scared, log off now, because what comes next ain't just for entertainment, it's for emancipation. The internet erupts mid-live streamer dit crashed. X, formerly Twitter, went full meltdown. TikTokers started screen recording and mirror uploading faster than Kendrick could speak, because he wasn't just exposing the system, he was naming names, and then he dropped the first twist. "There's another tape. It ain't mine, but it's been buried for 9 years, and it proves everything I just said." He holds up a worn, cracked hard drive. It's a lost documentary, shot by Nipsey Hussle. Label exploitation in South Central. They took it, hid it, erased the man's credits. You could hear the live chat gasp, but guess what? We found it. He smiles. And we're dropping it tomorrow. Boom. Industry response. Panic mode. Within 15 minutes, the live stream was taken down from the main site. Mirror sites were flooded with takedown requests. A Reddit thread compiling the quotes was shadow banned in under an hour, fans reported. Their Instagram reposts were being muted or blocked. And then, a major label rep went on record anonymously and said, Kendrick just broke the unspoken rule. You do not name the gatekeepers. He'd just put a target on his back. Another said, "You can diss a rapper? You can walk away from a label." But leaking contracts, internal meetings, and financials, that's career suicide. But Kendrick, he wasn't backing down. Jay-Z responds, and not how you touch on K-On! Unexpected bombshell hit next. Jay-Z went live on Clubhouse with a cryptic message: "I respect revolution, but don't burn the house down while we're still inside." He didn't mention Kendrick by name, but fans were convinced it was a subliminal warning. One audio clip leaked from the Clubhouse chat. "You wanna dismantle the industry? Cool, but ask yourself, who built the bridge you walk on?" This split the hip-hop world in half. Was Jay defending the system, or warning Kendrick not to blow up the infrastructure that helped so many? Hashtag Black Capitalism started trending, and under it, a reply that went viral. Jay-Z is talking like a landlord during a tenant revolution. Kendrick posts 1 WRD hours later. Kendrick breaks his silence with a tweet: "Exodus." That's it. No context, no promo link. Just that word. Fans begin dissecting it. Is it the name of the platform? Is it a reference to the industry mass walkout? Or is it a warning that Kendrick is leaving the game altogether to build his own? Nobody knows, but everybody is watching. And then, an unreleased Kendrick verse leaks online with a line that stops hearts. "I wrote Control just to test y'all courage, but this next drop, gone, test y'all purpose." The final blow. In part 3, just when the chaos seems to peak. A former music exec from a major label tweets, "I knew this was coming. Kendrick tried to warn y'all in 2014. I got voicemails. It's deeper than music." And the last line. "Y'all not ready for what's on that Nipsey drive?" Mic drop. The band documentary DROPS was titled True Cost. Directed by Nipsey Hussle, filmed between 2013 to 2015. Locked away, erased, now recovered, and at exactly 12 p.m. PST. It appeared on a new, crypted video platform called Free State, a black hand-gold site built by Kendrick's tech team and hosted offshore. The video starts simple. Nipsey's voice. "This ain't about rap. It's about what rap covers up." Then it cuts to secret label meetings discussing hood branding algorithms, emails where major labels planned poverty-based rollout slincing discussions around activism, tracks after unarmed shootings, but the most devastating scene. A hidden mic in a label boardroom where an exec says, "BLM is great for business. Drop a single, mention George Floyd, watch the ad revenue triple." Gasp, silence, tears. Fans froze. The chat exploded. People refused to believe what they were hearing. But the emails were on screen. Receipts, screenshots, everything. And then the most chilling quote from Nipsey himself. "One day, someone gone. Take this and finish what I started. But just know, it's gonna cost them everything." Then the screen faded to black. But before it did, the words, "Kendrick, you ready?" Full platform BLACKO within hours of the documentary release. Kendrick's Instagram vanished. His tweets were suddenly rate-limited. Tube started auto-demonetizing old Kendrick videos. Spotify's Shadow pushed his songs, removing them from most playlists. This wasn't random. This was war. Fans caught a leaked screenshot from an internal record. Label Slack, "We need a narrative." Paint him as unstable. Leak the stuff about the militia rumors. Yes, you read that right. They were planning to smear Kendrick Lamar as an extremist, and just as they pushed that plan into motion, boom, another leak. The emails that broke EVRY to Chianjin anonymous whistleblower dropped a zip file titled Compton Suppression. Protocol confidential.zip. It contained emails between 3 major platforms discussing data throttling on Kendrick's music payment records. showing label-funded YouTubers pushing Kendrick's Lost It. Narrative screenshots of a meeting agenda titled Deactivating Higher-Risk Voices. Priority list, K. Lamar. Why Corday? Our Rashad fans were shaking, and then someone found a spreadsheet of influencers paid to downplay the revolution. Guess who was on it? A list podcaster stick music analysts, even Tibet hosts it, was deeper than anyone expected. Rappers start picking Side Ice the first. To speak out was J. Cole. He tweeted, "All this time, we was talking about control. Kendrick just showed us what real control looked like. I'm with the people, period." Then TDE's Ab-Soul posted, "I saw the blueprint. We all did. Some of us ran. K. didn't. Salute. But not everyone stood with Kendrick." Big Sean. Shocks, EVRYON. Big Sean, who had been quiet, finally broke his silence. On IG Live, he said, "I respect Kendrick, but I'm not burning my house down. I built too much. I ain't crashing out just 'cause someone else feel woke." Fans flooded the comments, "He's scared. They got to him. You've already been sold out." #SelloutSean started trending. He deleted the video within an hour, but it was too late. Kendrick's supporters had already drawn the battle lines. Compton stands with Keon Dayer Sekian, Kendrick's own city. Posters started going up, graffiti, murals, billboards, painted over with quotes from the documentary. A massive projection lit up the Compton courthouse. This time, the contract is ours. And in a viral moment, hundreds marched in silence down Rosecrans Avenue holding signs that said, "We are Section 80. Then, the most shocking reveal yet that night. A video surfaced of Kendrick walking with no security, just him and a hoodie outside Inglewood Community Hall. A fan caught him on video and asked, "Are you okay, man?" "They're saying you snapped." Kendrick looked straight into the lens. "They can't cancel what they never created." Then he whispered something barely caught on audio. "The next leak ain't about me, it's about him." That sent fans into a frenzy. Who is him? Drake? Jay-Z? A label head? Everyone had theories. But one thing was clear. The next revelation would be deadly, and the industry was bracing for impact. Twitter X meltado the moment true cost dropped. Hashtags detonated. Hashtag Kendrick new #Exodus is now #free Compton #NIPSEY. Did warn us #black art, black owned #industry burning, and under every post. Thousands of replies divided, emotional and feral. A viral post from @decodingdotty said, "This ain't a rollout. This is an uprising in real time. And y'all out here worried about Drake's next verse? Wake up." Another, Kendrick didn't. "Go rogue, y'all been asleep?" The man tried to free the game. And now he's being punished for it. But then, the bots came in. Suddenly thousands of tweets with the same message. Kendrick's clearly mentally unstable. Y'all, idolizing a paranoid millionaire. He used Nipsey's death for clout. Fans caught it instantly. Y'all see? The same wording, same timestamps. This is a smear campaign. And it wasn't just bots. Celebrity silence until they CRA 6P to 44 hours. Every major A-list rapper was silent. No IG stories, no Twitter fingers. Just crickets. Until finally, Cardi B tweeted, "Say what you want, but Kendrick been real. If they cancel him, that tells you everything." Then came Tiara Whack. Been blackballed for saying half what Kendrick said. "I'm watching the GOAT walk through the fire for all of us." But others stayed painfully quiet. Drake. Silent, Travis Scott. Muted, Megan Thee Stallion. No comment. This lead fans to ask, are y'all bought? Or just too scared to speak? Hashtag where do you stand started trending. And Kendrick fans began unfollowing. Celebrities en masse. A campaign started. If they're not speaking, they're complicit. Labels go into damage CONT. Row meanwhile inside the offices of Universal and Warner. Panic, an internal memo leaked from an anonymous assistant. We are suspending all rollout. References to social change or community support indefinitely. Do not engage with Kendrick-related press. Do not retweet activist artists. Cancel all meetings with protest-related campaigns. Lay low. They were retreating. Some even tried to clean up their image. Too late, Atlantic posted a black square. Sony Music tweeted, "We support artistic freedom." Fans immediately. Ray showed them, "You silenced Kendrick for years. We want contract leaks, not black squares. Save your fake woke *T." The war was officially public. Brands back out, and one gets EXPOC within a day. Adidas pulled a collab with a rapper seen dissing Kendrick beats by Dre. Deleted old Kendrick promo videos. Spotify issued a vague, "We are investigating streaming fairness." But then came the bombshell leak. An anonymous former brand consultant released screenshots of a 2021 Zoom call from a popular headphone brand. On that call, an executive saying, "Let's ride this BLM wave while it's hot. Get Kendrick or a female MC, throw him a cause and call it a campaign." The internet raged. "Y'all been pimping the movement. Everything," Kendrick said, "is true. This is why he's at war with the machine." The brand's CEO tried to apologize, but it was way too late. The fans start a movement of their OWN, then came the flood. Fans from Compton, Atlanta, Detroit, New York, Chicago, and beyond started a digital takeover. TikToks showing Kendrick's lyrics and how they predicted. This fan made logos for a platform called Blackprint, rumored to be Kendrick's endgame YouTubers breaking down the true cost. Documentary frame by frame, My G carousels showing the shady history of labels blackballing conscious rappers. And then, a Kendrick fan created a new slogan: "If they own IT, they control IT. If we build IT, we free IT." It went viral. T-shirts, graffiti, phone wallpapers. Even digital billboards went up in Compton, Oakland. And DC conspiracy threads go unused are then the wildest threads dropped. One Redditor claims Kendrick predicted AI music replacement as far back as 2015. Another claims Nipsey's. Doc mentions a $1 billion corporate fund that controls 90% of rap radio. Deepfake expert says a Kendrick breakdown video circulating is digitally manipulated to make him look unstable. People started asking, did Kendrick discover something so dangerous? They had to erase him, and one thread simply ended with, "If he disappears, we riot." Cliffhanger, a text from Kendrick. A screen recording surfaced of a DM that lit the internet on fire. A small music journalist with 8K followers claimed she got a text from Kendrick's inner circle. It read, "Y'all not ready for what we're about to drop. The next leak names the gods." She posted it, then deleted it. Said she was scared, but it was too late. Everyone screenshotted it. Everyone shared it. And everyone now believes Part 2 is coming. And it's about to name names. The final leak, a mysterious countdown, appeared on freestate.org. Black screen. Red digital numbers when the clock hit 0. A video autodash played .static. Then a voice distorted through a modulator. This was never about music. It was always about ownership. And now, we show you the last piece. Cut 2. Screenshots of private label emails, financial breakdowns of rapper brand partnerships receipts, showing streams being manipulated through internal boost cycles, a folder titled Draco Files. Insider nickname, Drake plus OVO fans froze. Was Kendrick about to name Drake directly? Then the screen GLITCHED, and the voice returned, "You want to know why conscious rap never wins? because the labels already chose their champions. Boom. Next slide. A 2018 email chain between two high-ranking execs. Drake's loyalty is solid. As long as we fund the campaigns and gatekeep the charts, his numbers stay unbeatable. Keep pushing Lamar as too radical. Industry won't touch him. Kaboom! Drake's name was literally in the CC. The internet lost it. Drake is industry-built trend STARTs within 10 minutes. Hashtag industry plant trended hashtag OVOgate. Exploded hashtag Drake vs Kendrick war reignited with fan accounts reposted. Kendrick's control verse and said, "He been warning us." And the most viral post of the night. Kendrick fought the system. Drake played for it. Choose your side. Some fans refused to believe it. Others were ready to cancel every mainstream. Artists who stayed silent, the revolution just got personal. Industry panic. The Drake response. At 2 a.m., Drake finally broke silence. A now-deleted Instagram story, black screen. White text, "They always come for the king." Funny how it's always the ones that never ran a real empire. Y'all let the poet talk too long. Screenshotted in seconds. Deleted in 4 minutes. But fans instantly read between the lines. Drake just called Kendrick the help. He's not denying anything, just flexing power. This is elitism exposed. And then, Kendrick tweeted one single word, puppet. That's it, no context, just that the internet collapsed. The industry divides for Guad next day. A well-known indie label pulled out of all major streaming partnerships. A Grammy voter publicly resigned and said, "We reward obedience, not art." Two rising artists posted that they were approached to distance themselves from Kendrick or risk their radio play. And then a photo emerged of Kendrick in Compton, standing in front of the Section 80 studio, with J. Cole and TDE's Punch beside him. Caption, "We not moving backwards. We building our own tower." Fans started calling it the Exodus era. The final CLIF, Fachin GRCOs. Later, private page appears on Kendrick's Free State platform, password protected, titled PHASE2, the contracts, a countdown. 72 hours. Underneath it, one chilling message. Every deal, every royalty split, every NDAs. We're opening the vault. Industry lawyers are panicking. Rumors swirl. Top-tier rappers might be exposed. Famous mogul's pay-to-play scandal is inside someone. Tried to pay Kendrick's team $10 million to stop the release, they refused. And as the platform's homepage now reads, "If you signed IT, you sold IT. Now the world gets to see who's who." To be continued. The revolution has only just begun. Wow. Did you expect any of that? Because we sure didn't. From Kendrick's band livestream to the leaked Nipsey documentary. From Drake's exposed emails to the upcoming contract drop. This isn't a beef. This is a digital rebellion playing out in front of our eyes. Now, we want to hear from you. Whose side are you on? Is Kendrick fighting for the people? Or is this just another power play from a legend who got tired of being quiet? Do you think Drake knew about the system the whole time? Is he the industry's biggest pawn, or the quiet king pulling strings in the shadows? What do you think is in the Phase 2 folder? Which rappers do you think are gonna get exposed? Next, drop your hottest theories in the comments. Call out the fake supporters. Tag the artists still silent. Because we're reading everything. And if you thought this was crazy, trust us, Part 2 is gonna be unreal. Subscribe right now, turn those post notifications on, because once Phase 2, the contracts, drops, we're breaking it down line by line. No filter, no censoring, just truth. This is only the beginning. FAM. See you in the next one. Stay loud, stay woke, stay free, stay free.